Hello. Happy Friday. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in, Timex. You got first. Congratulations. You got Himalayan brown bear today. Welcome on in, Danny. You got a sun bear today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we are going to be doing Caitlin's plagiarized shell. I call it her plagiarized shell because her child made it. So the shell is actually just one of these pieces. I doubled it because I feel like it's going to be easier to do it doubled. For some reason, in my head, it's easier if there's two of them. So that's what we're doing. And I've put it in Evergreen Harbor. I'm thinking an eco-friendly rec center, as far as my brain has gotten. So that's where we're at. Hi, Ajane, welcome on in. You got Tommy today. Danny, you're naked. But yeah, no. If I look at it from this angle, I'm like, it looks like a creature. Like, it's got like bunny ears, little hands, and like a tail. Like, it's a bunny. It's got ears, hands, eyes, little feet, and a tail. Like, it's a bunny. And I don't know if she made a bunny on purpose. Oh, I can see that. I should ask Caitlin. I'll message her right now. But did your kid mean to make? Did your kid mean to make? Kiddo mean to make the shell the shape of a bunny, or is it a coincidence? Okay, maybe she'll answer. Tried to do Caitlin's shell and was like, let me work on Becca's instead. Well, for once, mine's the easy one. Crazy. But yes, we have Caitlin's shell today. It's a rabbit. This is a rabbit. Let's be for real. This is a rabbit. But I'll be turning it into like an eco-friendly rec center, is what I've decided. Where that will take us, I don't know. I've also placed down dragons. That will get worked on probably next week. Caitlin's is due the 22nd. Dragons is due like early March, I think. Or like the week after Caitlin's. So I'm doing them in like order of when they're due. So Caitlin's is first, then Dragons. Dragons will become a nightclub. So it's currently in San Myshuno. And then here's Caitlin's. So we're going to do a lot of like wood paneling vibes. So we need like eco, get together, and like growing together. Together and eco. Okay. No, that Caitlin's is awesome, but no. To be fair, the child did this. She's like, you can't even be mad at me. My kid made it. No, I'm still gonna be mad at you because you told her it was okay. You still told her, like, this is awesome, babe. And put it online. I made us all face it. So, what shade do I want? I like this one. The little tail nub moment is really something. No. Not that. And different shells I can work on. 2 broken hearts. What? You broke someone's heart? It is fun having like multiple shells to work on because like you can do different styles. But it's also like there's so much to do in such little time. Okay. The wood parts are done. Now I need stone parts. I don't know which pack has my preferred stone. So... Oh my god, guys, I finally took down my Christmas tree today. Are we all proud of me? I actually had a very productive day. Like, obviously I worked, but I had, like, a very productive day. Took out my trash, took down my Christmas tree, I vacuumed, did some laundry. This is why I like working from home. It's like, between shit, and, like, when I wait for things to, like, upload or download, I can, like, get other stuff done. Honestly, it's just gonna come down to which looks best with wood. I don't think I want brick. I want, like, stone. Not to say brick isn't stone. It's just, like, they're different. It's different. Kept it up. Might have had potential as a February tree. To be fair, my tree does stay up close. The reason it stays up so long is because I leave it up until we start getting later sunsets. So sunset is officially now at like 5:10, which is not an absurd time. Because I like having the Christmas tree on like when I come home from work. Like it's still kind of dusky when I come home from work now. But when it was so dark, I would come home like my Christmas tree was still plugged in because I'd plug it in the morning. And it wasn't as sad and dreary because winter. And my Christmas colors are pink, red, and teal. So I can leave it up till February. I just have to take away the teal. Heart-shaped shell into a woo small business like a sex store? I mean, with mods, you could make a sex shop. So... the things I say when I get follows. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. The things I say as people follow. But thank you for the follow. Happy Friday. I think I came in at the wrong time. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. It's a wonderful time. To be fair, this one was Ajnae's fault. She said that there was a heart-shaped shell she's making into a woohoo store. So, this one's Ajnae's fault. Blaming this one on you. This is a normal conversation. It's not abnormal. I'm blaming this one, Ashley. Someone arriving here. Let's just make a sex community lot. Well, to be fair, what else would a woohoo store be? With mods, you can actually make a woohoo store. I mean, without mods, you could just get really creative in what things represent, I guess, but... Oh, that's so fun! I wonder who recommended me. Sure, one of my friends. Because, like, all my Twitch recommendation things, like, all the ones I recommend are all my friends, so... But that's so fun. Welcome in. Okay, now I need an actual paint color for the, like, plain walls. The, like, non-concave, incavey kind of ones. Which is mostly just the sides and back. Do I want it to be something fun? That's... probably not. Do I want to stick with brown? Also probably not. Maybe stucco? Stucco could be fun. Where is the stucco? Is it in stone? No. Masonry. It's technically masonry in real life, isn't it? It's not normal painting, so... That doesn't not go. That's so boring. Granted, I'm gonna cover most of this in, like, greenery and stuff, but still. Oh, that is very... like, orange? Okay, no. I like the colors in this. No, I'm going with like neutral tones just because we're in like the industrial part where it's not very colorful. The inside won't be. And then I'm gonna also have like a whole community garden and landscaping covered in like ivy and solar panels and all sorts of stuff. But I'm just kind of giving it like a neutral base. There's also gonna be like a lot of windows. Do I like this? I don't not like it. Put it here because I need to see them next to both. Not the peach. Not the gray. So considered yellow. No, it brings out the tones in the wood that I don't like. We all know I don't like an orange wood. I feel like it has to be one of these two. So I'd rather this. I think I like the maroon. I don't know why I'm being drawn to the maroon, but I am. It's definitely not a normal color for me to pick, but I like it. Ah! So I don't drag. Oops. Okay. Lovely. I have to do the roof. It's too tall. Ajane opened The Sims. Crazy. I wonder what inspired that. Whoops. No, the thing is, I didn't... Nope. Okay. We need this to be closed off first. Then we can close this one off. Lovely. Okay. Okay. The camera on this lot's a little wonky. I'll make it work, though. Has anyone watched early access stuff of the new Royals pack? I want to hear people's opinions. I've seen a lot of stuff posted about it, but I haven't watched any content yet. Outside of, like, kits, I've been pretty closed off to, like, new Sims content. Just with the way things are lately. So. However, there is a new kit from Ravishing coming out later this month, which I'm pretty excited about. It's a backyard kit. And I do love Ravishing. So. We have a new, like, kids, like, playroom kit and a backyard kit coming out this month. Hi, Tangerine. Welcome on in. Haven't know this pack is up. Yeah, like, I didn't play, like, Sims Medieval or anything. So, and, like, have never really had the desire to try and go back and re-download or look at it. So I've never been super drawn to this pack since it's been announced. I don't think it'll be my style. I even, like, only just recently got the castle kit. Like, the estate kit. So... like, I don't know. The whole, like, royalty thing is... I do like that they updated the, like, family system. I think that's important. I haven't seen what it did. But I do like that the family tree got a bit of an overhaul. So, I mean, I'm glad that the creation of this pack led to that. But yeah, I don't think it's one that's really, like, anything I need or tickles my fancy. This build is going to be an eco-friendly rec center. That is the end goal. Right now we're just at this, but we'll get there. Royalty mod to more flexibility. Yeah, that's fair. I do have to say, I really appreciate the amount of culture that they put into the new the new pack. Like, they definitely did research on it, and I can respect that. And they did a very good job with, like, the hair and the clothes and the representation. And, like, I definitely have no issue with all of that. It's just ultimately not, like I said, like, I'd never even cared about, like, Sims Medieval or anything. I've never played, like, a Decades Challenge. It's just not, like, my style. I don't even watch those kind, like, I don't even watch, like, timepiece shows. I don't do that kind of stuff. It's not the thing I'm into. So, I guess I'm not that shocked that they said this was coming out, and I was like, okay, yay. I'm like, the world looks pretty. But similar reaction I would have if they told us cars were coming. I'd be like, cool, that's gonna break the game. Like, truly, if they were like, oh, cars are coming to the game, I'd be like, I have never once wanted that. Like, cars are a very complicated thing to have in a game. Especially one that isn't open world. And never will be open world. And I feel like cars would break this game. The most period-based show I watch is Peaky Blinders. Yeah, like, if people are like, oh, do you like period pieces? I'm like, I watch shows from the 90s. Like, no, I don't watch Bridgerton. I don't watch The Crown. I'm not into Game of Thrones. I don't even like fantasy books or anything, really. Like, if I can't imagine the character, like, turning on a light switch or holding a phone, I cannot comprehend. I cannot compute. Like, my brain doesn't go there. It's not one of those things my brain can, like, process. I'm like, no, because I have to picture you in my world, especially when it's a book or something that I have to do the visualization for. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean that she's holding a candle and there's a dragon? I'm so confused. No, I don't know. It's just never been my thing, my style. So, but I know that for some people, like my mom loves timepiece shows, which I guess is kind of funny because I don't. But I should probably figure out the floor plan. But like, maybe I should do the floor plan. I know there will be a big door around here. That's about all I got right now. And there's gonna be a garden over here. Any other questions you got? I haven't gotten there yet. Have not figured out. Like, I like the big sliding door, and I like the idea of using eco lifestyle stuff. Not a huge fan of the colors. It's probably our best option. I don't not like the business and hobbies door for this. I just wonder if there is a better door. There probably isn't. Considering this would be a business filled with hobbies. But you still gotta look. Love a barn door. Okay. Go with the matching. Is that center? Yeah. Now if I look inside. What do I want to do with it? Do I want open stairs? Maybe. Probably. That seems like the most logical place for the stairs, so we're just gonna do that. That makes a lot of sense. So. Back to our windows. Far too big. You're a really fat window. I'm not, like, I'm very proud of you. I'm not saying that out of judgment. You don't fit the brief here for what I need. Maybe I should put a light in here, because I'm like, I don't know what color this is. Probably should use lights. Be recommended. It's a good thing to use when you can't see. Okay, back to my windows. This pack got announced. I knew it wouldn't be my vibe unless I could include Whimsy. You were like, there's no Whimsy, I am out. Whimsy or no Whimsy? Honestly, if you can't be whimsical in this world, then what's the fucking point? That's how I feel lately. If I can't do things with a little bit of, like, fervor and whimsy, I kind of don't want it. I want one that matches this. Can we make these windows match this? Close. They're so distinctly different. What I'm gonna do once I grab the wood. hide a sneaky little ladder. Excuse me. Oh, is it because there's a wall here right now? Okay, hold on. Delete that for a second. Hi, Sandy. Welcome on in. Why can you do that, but not this one? Hold on. Why can't you go there? Ladders have no steps. What? What does that mean? What does that mean? Ladders have no steps. Whatever. That was weird. That was weird. That was fucking weird. Okay. God, that was... If you don't know The Sims, just clicking on that wall was a very confusing sight. Like, what is this? What is this? This height. This height? This height. Okay. Lovely. And now you can get up to the roof. You have to go through the sneaky little... This is a door. Anyway. I just want a sneaky little ladder. I figured it out. Whether or not it works is not my problem. I do not play test my builds. That part's not my problem anymore. Okay. Lovely. Hi, Star. Did you, rejoin Caitlin's Discord? I hope so. Oh, you did? Okay, perfect. Good. I'm so glad Star is back in this. Formally say that was wrong, but sliders and stars, right? I can't with you. A cat or a dog? A dog. It's not a dog, but okay. Okay, anyway, Star's back in Caitlin's Discord in case anyone was following all of that. Anyway, Star is in fact back in Caitlin's Discord. We're fine. Everything's fine. I can't believe she did that. Oh my god. Can't take her anywhere. Windows. Now, why is it so big? Why can't we just have like a plain glass middle one? Why's it gotta be this? This is a beast. 1944. That's close. Why is the wood just slightly wrong? I guess because of course it has to be. Nothing can ever match or make sense in this game. Because if it did, we'd all be happy, and EA would not like that. Like, what if? Like, what if the wind? Like, what if everything just had base matching swatches for like wood tones? What if? Crazy fucking concept, but what if? Like, what? Oh my god, I love that. It's like a little gay. I love that emote. I love when things are just a little gay, like me. But like, what if we had just like a base white, a base black, and like 3 base wood tones, and everything got it? Would that be the end of the world? Apparently for the Sims team it would, but oh no, that looks like it has a face. I wasn't trying to give the building a face. Yeah, like what the fuck if at that point? Like what? Wrong way. Seeing how much stuff matches in the new pack and then this. Yeah, they've gotten better at it. But like, they've gotten better about stuff matching in the new packs to each other. Still nothing matches to the old stuff. So we all just sit here going, like, now what? They've gotten really good at like having consistent like pastels that match and like the same like shade of black. Because like, why are there 17,000 different shades of black in this world? I don't know, but there are. Why is my game freezing up? My game never crashes. What is happening? Oh, they suck at purple swatches. Like, we're clearly on, like, green and pink kicks lately. But, like, we've needed purple swatches since base game. So I don't know why. And, like, a lot of the purple swatches we have are all, like, either deep, like, jewel tone purples or, like, that really ugly base game shade that we have. Which, to be fair, for a long time, the only pink swatches we had were that really ugly base game, like, fuchsia. My game never crashes. I haven't had my game crash in, like, years. So what the fuck? Like, I've gone entire streams with not even saving. What was that, Sims team? Hi, Pixels, welcome in. And you got Baloo today. You mean second? Yeah. Well, before now, I think the last time my game had crashed was, like, COVID times. I'm not happy with these Sims. If you crash again, we're playing Heartopia. And I'm figuring out this shell off stream, because And I'm blaming Caitlin. I don't even have mods installed. I have like some of like I have my custom content, but I don't have any of my mods installed. It's like this is truly just the update. Their entire legacy save is messed up at the moment. Most recent update needs some work. Yeah, I mean they literally rolled it out, took it back, rolled it back out. So anyway. I'm doing my windows again. Treats for baby boy. I don't know who he is. He might be sleeping. You in your carrier? No. Your carrier that you were sound asleep in earlier? Oh, there you are. You were on the bed. Hey, yo. You were sound asleep in your carrier earlier, but the second I have to put you in that, it's gonna be a fucking fight. So, it's really exciting for me. Okay. Let's place the windows, save again. Okay. Don't piss me off, Sims. Hi, baby boy. I see you. I am aware of your presence. Hi. Hi. Are you trying to climb up me? Hi. Come here. You can jump up if you want. I mean, there's not really a lot of room. But I realize that hasn't really stopped you today, so... Now, if we just don't talk... Okay. That's the secret. Just don't speak while you do things. Lord. Lovely. Oh, dragon has opened to the Sims. Okay, what color do we want for the inside? Now I'm gonna be saving, like, furiously. I guess I should do a floor plan of sorts. So if I want it to be rec center-esque, like, what do I want technically tagged as? Like a community center? Just need the board for that. Okay. I didn't think it was going to do anything. So let's think. The insect farms and birds. Okay. We'll just keep it as community space. What do we want inside? We need a... I think this can be a bathroom. on both floors. That's a bathroom, because otherwise it's kind of a useless room. And then I'm thinking like art. We'll have like bugs, chickens, gardening out here. So art, fabrication, candle making, maybe like a knitting or crochet space. So maybe like 3 rooms per floor, something like that. We want that to work. Don't want to cut off the stairs. Okay. So there's a room. With this being the bathroom, I don't want to cut it off. And then we have, it's too big. Arch. Arch. Hawk, we found American Black Bear today. So then we have bathroom, 1 room, 2 rooms. This is like an open concept space. Maybe a lounge room or loungy kind of space, or like somewhere with food. And then we come up here. More cookies. It's very Friday for him. Okay, I'll put a few in here, and then I'll I know, you're getting very eager. Here. We'll have those ones. These are for later, though. But hey, Queefy, I hope you're having a good day. Happy Friday. And then maybe, like, up here, this is a room. They're long, weird rooms, but they're rooms. So, like... So you walk up. There'll be doors on both parts of these, because then they'll connect. Bathroom. TGIF. Okay, so door. Door. Okay. Let me just put some doors down. I don't know what doors I'm gonna want ultimately, but for now, just... And I don't know what kind of fencing I'm gonna want. For now, I'm gonna go with this plain white one. So. I have another room there. And I have this big open. Okay. Hi, Mousy. Welcome on in. You got a Eurasian wolf today. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this layout for now. It's kind of an odd layout, but it works. Well, I'll make it work is ultimately the truth here, but... I was raised by Tim Gunn. I'll make it work. I wasn't actually, I just watched a lot of Project Runway as a kid. Now I have to figure out the colors of the inside. Well, actually, let's save first because my game crashed. I'm stuck at a lizard shop. That sounds like my nightmare. So I'm really sorry that that has happened to you. I don't even go into the reptile exhibit at zoos. I hate them a lot. Do I want more like wall detailing inside? Do I just want it colored? Do I want to have fun? I don't know. And by fun, I don't know what that means. That's just me speaking. They have a dog here, I'm good. I'd just be staring at the dog. Honestly, I'd be standing outside though. I hate the smell of like reptile cages. Naked! Thank you for the streak, I appreciate it. You know, I'd be hiding outside because I hate the smell of like reptile and rodent like habitats. I'm like, I can smell it now. And That just goes with the floor. I don't want that. What do I want? I don't know. I don't know why I expect anyone else to know. Everything's just glass inside. It's just all glass walls. I didn't know what to do, so it's all glass walls. That's the answer. Could do like stone. It's giving me a headache. It's the houseless people exhibit. Wasn't so close to here. I've walked to the tattoo shop. And just hide. Hide at the tattoo shop. Oh my god, guys, there's a lot of naked people in chat. Hide your wife, hide your kids. This seems to be the place for the nudity. And then the hallway. And then all that. Okay. But I have to change this back. Okay. Lovely. Now that I've gotten the vibe, sort of the main parts, let me figure out the fence. I couldn't even tell you what this vibe is. I'm really just winging it. So no one ask. Don't ask for inspo. Don't ask what the vibe is. The answer is I'm winging it. Oh, my brother's playing Apex Legends. Absolute shock. I would have bet everything I have that my brother would play Apex Legends on a Friday night. I couldn't have told you when he would open it, but I'm judging by the time. He just finished dinner and talking to my mom after her day at work. And now he's opened his game for the night. Have I not lived there for 6 years? Mm-hmm. Do I still know their entire routine because my family is such routine animals? Uh-huh. It's a bit bad. Who are the wood ones? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll go with the glass. Now what? I don't know. I never know. I never have answers. No one comes to me for answers. I don't know them. I'm barely an adult. I feel like I just finished my like trial subscription to adulthood. That's why I like to think the 20s where it was like my trial subscription, and now I'm like, fuck. I have the full membership. I turned 30 and it like solidified. not where the curtain goes. I also need outside fence. I think for the outside fence, I'll just do the Eco Lifestyle one, though. Like this one. Which height? I don't know. That height... That height... Isn't there a shorter one? Or is this considered the short one? That's the short one. Okay, then we're doing the short one. Sit down like an asshole outlaw. Walter Saracens. There's 2 broken heart apps. Okay. The outside is starting to vibe a bit. Okay. I'm liking how the outside is. I think this is a good base. In here, we're going to have a garden. Why do I not know where anything is? Need the bugs, unfortunately. Bugs. Yay. Lots of planters. The bugs seem to need a lot of space. I've never done the bug thing in this game. I'll put the bugs over there. I've never done the bug thing. Seems like a lot. Can't you also, like, put them in your toilet as compost? Like the insects? Isn't that, like, a thing? It feels like one of those things you tell somebody who doesn't play The Sims. In like, a true or false game. Like, you can use insects to compost your toilet. And they're like, what? And you're like, yeah, true or false. And they're like, surely that's not true. And you're like, it is. And they're like, what is this game? And we're like, none of us know. We all just play it. Truly no one knows. It's apparently a life simulator. Whose life? Unsure. But here we are. Because truly, whose life are we simulating in this game? I would like clarity on that. I should put a selling table out. There are 2 water collectors. Fuck ton of solar panels everywhere. One there. One there. I wish I could fit more than one there. Hi, bear. You saying hi? No? Okay. You just want to have that opinion real quick? That's fair. You're allowed opinions. Maybe just that side. Cool. All the eco stuff. So much eco stuff. Okay. Recycler would be good. I'll hide it back here. Oh, weather machine could be fun. Let's stick that up here. Because why not? We have the room. Why not? It's a silly thing to have, and it feels like it fits here. I need this one, right? Yeah. Save before I clutter. Oh, I also need Patchy. Patchy is also something I need. What my snack do? Those out. All the plants and stuff. Pots. Cute. This is like stuff that they've harvested here. watch buzzing. No, I don't want to update. Leave me alone. I don't want to update my watch. Okay, where can I stick Patchy? Maybe over here. Hi, Phoenix, welcome on in. You got the Cheshire Cat today. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Teens are calling me pretty. Very nice to me. I need lights. Like outside lights. What kind of lights? Probably just the ones I always use. For being so for reals. Especially because I can do like bronze. Just matches the vibe. Those are even enough. I didn't start my period yesterday and have had back nurse. Oh, are we all on our period? That's absolutely crazy. You're like the 5th person in this group who's on their period right now. I think we somehow all cycle synced. I don't know how that's possible, considering none of us live near each other. But this entire group is on their periods right now. We're doing amazing. No notes. Oh, fucking hell. I won't reach. Let's do that. Yeah, so Caitlin, Swig, you, me, Ashley. Maybe... No, Jen's not on hers, but she knows hers is gonna get messed up because her meds are getting messed up. I think there was somebody else. But it's like half our friend group is just... And mine came 2 weeks early. And Ashley's came like almost a week early. And she's like, mine is never early. Like, what something I was like, mine usually is because I have PCOS. Like, mine being messed up is normal. 2 weeks though is crazy. But it does explain why I felt so sickly all week. But like, what happened? Why are we all messed up? Yours was a couple days early too. Like, what is up? Why did we all... like, what happened? Like, we all got it not at the right time, but somehow together. Who said that was okay? Who decided this fate for us? I don't... Like, what the fuck? Like... Because it really is just like how does what? Like how... And like none of us live near each other. Like Star and Caitlin do, but they're not synced. So like what? I'm like, I'm not near anybody. I don't get it. I don't even get how they sync up when we are together, though. Like, I don't get how it works even then. So I guess don't talk to me about it, because I don't know things. I'm just here. I don't understand how any of it works. I'm not the person to ask. I may know bodies enough to tell Erica to not get rid of her liver, but I don't know bodies enough to explain the period sync up. Which, considering I'm a woman, I should probably understand that, but I don't. It's not actually taught to us in any way, shape, or form. We really aren't taught anything about our bodies, actually. It's a bit crazy. Okay. Slap a bunch of that down. Like she girls, but blonde. Little. Okay. Now my nose just got so itchy. Ugh, it's almost pollen season. You know what that means? It's almost summer. It's almost time to be happy. It reached like 40 degrees this week. I don't know what it was today, but it was like decent out. It was enough that I could at least crack the windows for like a little bit of time so I could get some fresh air flowing into my apartment. But it's clearly, the weather's clearly started to get a little bit nicer because I've gotten like antsy to clean and like declutter. And I'm like, spring must be in the air. Like clearly somewhere in my core, like I know it's coming because I'm like a squirrel that needs to get rid of all of its nuts. Basically every seasonal change, I'm like that though. I'm like, I need to just, like a good 2 or 3 times a year, I go through like a massive, I just need to declutter. Like I need everything I don't use out of this house and I need it out now. And if you're not someone who goes through that feeling, I don't know what your house looks like. I don't know how you live with yourself. If I didn't purge as much as I do, I'd have too much stuff. And a glass of wine and steers, been moving slow. Your husband's acting different and it smells like infidelity. Lovely. Hi, sweet baby boy. I see you. You've been kind of a nudge today. Can't lie. I love you, but you've been kind of a nudge. Yeah, you. I want to. None of these are good dirt. That's okay. Okay. What trees are? Well, the answer is none, because technically the world is still gross. Something like this one, maybe? Either this one or like... No, I think it's this one. Bear, can you not scratch the TV? Like, pretty please. My pleas fell on deaf ears. Bear! You're being obnoxious. Stop it. Bear! My god, dude. Stop it. I was watching Vixella play Heartopia before I went live, and he was trying to catch the fish on the TV. And I think that's what he's now hoping is, like, there, and it's not. And he's... Bear! Hi, come here. There's no more game on the TV. Stop. So he's clearly upset about that. Hi, honey. Welcome on in. Happy Friday. Okay. Now we just have to do, like, the whole inside. No big deal. No big deal. It only took me, like, an hour to do the entire outside. How long could the inside possibly take? Just, you know, picking colors and a theme and all the things that always take me forever. Let's start with bathrooms, because bathrooms are easy. Bathrooms I can do. Be safety. Oh yeah, I've been saving after like every major step. Don't worry. Just like, that one's pretty. I want the inside to have some color, so. You know, I see you. I don't really know what it is that you think you need. But you have a clean, fresh litter box. Your water fountain's full. We played today. You've had treats. Your food is full. We snuggled. I really could not name what it is that you need. Other than you're just you and needy as hell. Is it that? It's just that, isn't it? What? Don't winky at me. Don't get winky at me. Okay, let's put a nice toilet, but not an ugly toilet. It's a fine line between nice and ugly when it comes to toilets in this game. I will not be using Caitlin's favorite toilet in this. Because it is neither nice nor not ugly. So. Hi, why are you clawing up my body? You're that... Like, we hung out all day. I've been home. What's the dealio? Can I be of assistance? Can I help you? You're trying to climb up my body. Hi, Venom. Welcome on in. You got a Fennec Fox today. Thanks for getting your paw 5. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Let's get a hand. Actually, probably a paper towel dispenser. This is a community build. I shouldn't put paper towels or like a hand towel because that would be gross. Ultimately. Ultimately, that would be gross. You're working on it too? What are you making yours? I always love knowing what everyone's is like turning into. There's the paper towels. Put security cameras. I do love putting security cameras in community builds. I think it's so silly. Oh, fire extinguisher is also a key thing. Right, here's my paper towels, though. H&M store? Oh, that's really fun. A little, like, Sims 2 moment. I like that. We don't technically need a trash can, but, like, if we're putting in a like a thing like that, they should have a trash can. So. You know what I've never noticed? Until we don't have any, like, pedal trash cans. Like, with, like, the hinge lid. Like, where you step on the pedal and, like, we have it sort of for the diaper thing, but none of the actual, like, other trash cans are the, like, step on the pedal and, like, the... I just noticed this. Now that's going to annoy me. Like, why don't we have that? Shelf for second story. Yeah, I did a 2-story as well. I made it big. For some reason, it felt, like, unapproachable as 1 story. I don't really know how to explain it. It just, like, as 1 story, I was like, I feel like I don't know what to do with this. Because I didn't want it to be residential, so I was like, I don't know what to do with it as a 1 story. Which felt silly to say, because it's like, what do you mean you need it to be even more obnoxious? But I did. I in fact did need it to be bigger. I was like, I for some reason feel like I can't do it properly as a 1 story. Bear, stop. Bear. Stop. Or don't. Why do I even bother talking to my cat? He doesn't listen to me. Has a pedestal. It has a foot pedestal, but it doesn't have a lid. Like, I guess we don't have the animation, I guess, to, like, step and open. Like how we do it in real life. Like, I mean, at least I've never had an open air trash can in my, like, kitchen. Like, in real life. No judgment if you do. I've just always had, like, a pedal open type. Or, like, it's in a cabinet. So, like, I guess for some reason I've never registered that into like over 10 years of playing Sims 4. So clearly it's not that deep. It's just for some reason I registered it today. Hi, Snappy, welcome in. We got a black lab today. Happy Friday. Alright. That seems like a good communal bathroom. Beautiful. Nothing else you need. Okay. Probably want a few of these. Put like one there. Hide one over here. Cool. Fire extinguishers. Very important. Can they use them? No. Do I still find it very important and silly to feature? Yes. Whose shell is the heart-shaped shell? Is that Matt's? Because I know Matthew has one out right now, so I just haven't looked at it. There's Steam. What should I say is we don't have a billiards table. Yeah, no, we don't. And I've always thought that is weird. Because, like, there's billiards tables in earlier Sims games. So I've always thought that one's a weird one, too. Because, like, why doesn't that exist? Surely it's not that hard of an animation. We have so many similar, like, things. So, I don't understand why we don't have that. Like I said, surely it's not a siren. Got it. I'm like, there's so many out there right now. Like, I'm for sure doing Caitlyn's and Dragons. If I feel like building something random, I might go back and do Jen's last one. Possibly Swig's or Matthew's. Eventually, I want to have a save file where every build has been a shell challenge reimagined. Because there's truly just that many people who have shells all of the time in my life. Oh, this window's messed up. Okay. That sounds like the basics all down. Now I have to go like room by room. I want this to be a loungy space. So let's start there. Start with our loungy space. I don't know what vibe I want for like the furniture and stuff. I'm on 5, not including the 2 I finished Star 2 this month. Yeah, I'm like, I have Caitlyn's and Dragons that I'm actively doing. I was gonna do Jen's and I got the flu. So I never got hers done. And then I favorited in the gallery Swig's last one, Snappy's 2026 Nightmare one in case I ever want to I hate myself, I guess. Matthew's I have starred in there. Like, I have a bunch of them favorited. And then I'm like, if I, like, when and if I have time, like, my whole schedule obviously can't just be, like, doing shell challenges. And outside of streaming, I don't game too much. Like, it's mostly on stream, especially when it comes to, like, The Sims. So I'm like, I'd go mad if I only streamed shell challenges. Which I think is a reasonable thing. I think maybe one a week is like a reasonable approach. Especially because I only stream 2 to 3 times a week. For the update. Well, I never finished the current Star Path. So technically, I guess, no, I'm not ready for the update. I do really like the new stuff that's coming in it, though. Like the Cherry Blossom Castle, I think looks so darling. So I'm very excited for all the Valentine's Day and like pink and red stuff. You have Caitlin's Pacific, mine, Dragons, and Echoes if you have time. Oh my god. That's simply my problem. I don't have time. I wish I had time. I don't have time. It counts for Pacifics because Pacifics is doable. I know, the fact that you left Caitlin's to do mine, I'm like, oh my god, mine was approachable this time? Crazy. Not a single person is bitched this time. Wild. Like, all you guys did last time was complain about mine. Like, sorry, I made it a bunker. Note to self, only keep your shells above ground. People won't complain. Shells above ground, people don't complain. Got it. I was kind of debating, like, what if I made, like, a really big shell? Not, like, gigantic, not, like, Hogwarts size or anything. But made it, like, a decently big shell and gave people, like, 3 months or something to see what people come up with. Like, nothing too crazy. But one that might even take me, like, 2 streams to do. And then see what people come up with. And be like, here's, like, 3 months. I want to see what you do. I did debate on doing that instead of the little shell I did. Here, really want to try terraforming first. I really don't have the time to crash it several times. I'm attempting something new. The first time I ever did any terraforming was I did like a very little bit on one of Caitlin's shells a while ago. I put up on like a little hill. That was about it. That's like all I've ever done. Terraforming. Other than like ponds, no. I can't do it. It scares me. Whenever I see people do like those beautiful terraforming setups where like they've done a hill and it's like a garage, like a little driveway down to like a basement and garage setup, and like there's the entrance like up here and it's like all these levels with gardening, I'm like, I'm so sorry that I've been playing your game for the last 10 years. Like I'm so sorry I've even remotely tried to touch something in this game or build in this game ever, because like what do you mean? Like how did you make that? For Dragon, since it's due after yours. Yeah. Hers is due, what, like the 2nd week of March? I am working on one of my friend's shell challenges that technically is plagiarized. She had her kid make it, and then we're all completing it. But it's this shape. This, like, weird shape. It's kind of hard to see right now. But it's, like, these little nubs, this room. I made it 2 stories. I'm turning it into an eco-friendly rec center. Anything little, if you've ever watched me build or seen some of my finished builds. Yeah, I don't really do little either. There is no 1-tile room. There's this 1-tile hallway that goes to this, like, nub, but there is no 1-tile rooms. And then there's, like, these. Describe it as a Minecraft-like cat. I thought it was a bunny. Like ears, hands, eyes, feet, and a tail. Apparently it's supposed to be a dog. According to the 9-year-old, it's a dog. According to me, who's 30 and right, it's a bunny. Because yes, I will pick up Caitlin's kid. This is a bunny. It looks like the freezer bunny. Like, she says it's a dog. It looks like the freezer bunny. Like no, that's not a dog. Baby girl, that's not a dog. Looks like the freezer bunny. Like, what is she on about? But yeah, no, I also don't do like small builds. Like I did this giant camp. I've done this, which is an entire 4-house community. I did the Trixie Motel. These are all shell challenges. I turned Caitlin's into a 2-building one last time. I've done a giant paint and sip with like an apartment upstairs. I did this, which was a laundromat and bar and like gaming space. I've done like 3 different versions of rec centers. Done a lot of like tiny communities. Done these giant rec centers that take me like 20 hours. Actually, my first rec center took me... Yeah, I did this library, which has like custom content art in it, so... My first rec center, which is the 2.0 one, this one took me, I think, like 12 hours. And then the new one, this one took me about 20 on stream. It was like 4 streams. I mean, it's almost $1 million. So. And then for my 1-year anniversary stream, I made this giant shell for apartments. And people gave me like bits and stuff to decorate the apartments in them. But it's in a giant like apartment complex. So if anyone wants that, there's a shelf for that. It's this. I also put up the the shelf for like this town that I made. So there's a little like one of those. Yeah. No, I love doing big builds. I love a build that will take me multiple streams. I don't know why. But I do. I love just I love giant builds. It's a problem. I'm like, as I'm scrolling through here, I'm like, I literally go out of my way to make like, like this is 5 houses. My total, like all of my builds together. I majority builds, and I have like 5,000 hours in the game, so probably about 4,000 hours across all my builds, across everything I've ever done. However, my gallery did get reset like 5 years ago when I switched computers. I also build decently fast, so like I've done all of the outside of this and everything in the past hour, so it took me 3 and 2 hour stream. Yeah, like I did the entire outside that you see here, like other than obviously the shell, in like an hour and 15 minutes. So, and now I have to do the inside. All we have so far is the bathrooms. Fine. And a seating area. Progress. Doing so good. But now I can build a tiny house in like an hour. As long as I like have a vibe in mind and I'm not sitting here being like, I don't know what style or colors I'm doing. Like if there's an idea in my head, like I can build it in like an hour. If it's a tiny home. I can build a starter home in like an hour too. I've done that before. 3 streams and 8 hours. Is his... Wait, how big is his? He's just Dr. Sims, right? I'm like, I've looked him up before. Is it 2 S's? Like, I've looked him up before. Is it not Dr. Sims? No, it is. Oh, it's just... Is it 3 S's? There it is. I was like, why is he so many? Oh, this is him roofing kiddos. I love how it's just in a field. It's just in a field. Matthew, what? Matthew, what? But yeah, no, he has this thing. Why? Why, Matthew? He did that. And then, like, you go look at mine, and it's like... just that. And it's very small. And my only rule was you have to leave this glass wall. And the deck in the back. That was, like, my only rules. But I'm like, geez, Matthew. Yeah, I remember I saw his and I was like... it's like, that looks like a boat. Like, what is that? Like, sir. Like, I beg your finest pardon. What are we doing? It's up there with Snappy doing the 2026 as, like, a step. Well, Dragon crashing out while building isn't, like, news. Love her, but it's not exactly, like, hard to make Dragon get stressed out when building. It's not news. I think she cursed me out. She literally cursed me out, and then she called Jen to curse me out, and then she cursed me out to herself over my last shell. So... my last shell wasn't even that bad. Like, it was a little difficult, but... I don't like that wallpaper. Do I want to go, like, colorful and fun inside? I don't know. Looks like I could. Fuck it, let's do it. So we want an art room, a fabric... all the things I wanted. We need an art room. Where's the easel? Easel. Art room. I want juice fizzing. Well, that's not a fabricator. How big are these? These are pretty big. So juice fizzer, where are you? This is woodworking. Like a wood shop. Oh, juice fizzing is like gigantic. It's fine. It can be like that whole room. And then maybe like candle making? She's very good at roofing, I will say that. And Drew has also saved my roof on more than one build before. I don't like roofing. Really don't. And we can have like pottery out here, I think. And down here... just like chess tables. I just need food somewhere, probably. Do I? Slips. Right, and then that's a door. So yeah, I could just put like some, maybe like game tables or something in here, because this is a giant door. I think game tables is. Put one there. One there. Yeah. Just some games. Just some girls gaming. Chairs. Stack some rugs. Everyone save your game. I know many of you are playing Sims. Everyone save your game. Other dog there. Just some casual stuff. Oh, that's the door. Okay. Yeah, it's like we have 3 doors in here. 1, 2, 3. We gotta be mindful of. Maybe I'll swap so I can put a plant here. Yeah. Hi, Lola. Hi, Dragon. Welcome on in. Lady and Minnie Mouse. Imagine if one of you got Lady and the other one got Tramp. That would have been iconic. That would have been iconic behavior. But you still both got Disney characters, which is cute. But happy Friday. I hope you're having a good day. We're just doing our best to not crash out over the challenge put forward to us by a child. There's a girl who's been dumped. Okay. Fun. Alright, 1 room done. Let's landscape in this one. The other one can't be landscaped, but this one can be. Cute. Cute. Okay. The minion to magic. Ooh, have fun. Thanks for the lurk. Sorry, I yawned. I should probably finish Matthew's show. Probably, at some point, maybe. If you're not going to crash out about it, at least. If you're going to crash out about it, then no. Don't do it. Like, don't do something if you'll cry about it, you know? I think that's good life advice. If it'll make you cry, don't do it. It's pretty solid advice, if you ask me. I realize I'm the one who gave it, but still. Flat roof and half walls. My best friends. Flat roofs and half walls. Okay. That still works, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I should do wallpaper first. I should save first, honestly, though, considering my game decided it likes to crash now. I like the idea of doing colorful rooms right now. Makes my heart happy for some reason, so we're gonna do it. Pretty crazy of us to have 3 extract fabricator things, but what do you put in a fabrication room? Like textiles and like what? Like the furniture? Okay. Ah! I didn't mean to do that. I did mean to shriek. I didn't mean to misclick. Hi, Ashley. Are we doing good today? We got Tibet and Sandfox. How are your classes? You have a whole weekend off now. What's that like? Does that feel crazy? It is you too. You've been like working and shit. It's been crazy. Meditation be easier. I mean, you could sort it by get famous. That's the only advice I can really give, though. It's like, if you know it's get famous, then sort by get famous. But that's my only advice. It's the extent of advice I have here right now. It's like a fabricated couch. I think this is technically a fabricated, like... We're good, right? Just chill tonight and tomorrow. Yeah, you have freedom right now. You have to just, like, be. I feel like I got everything that, like, makes sense. Like, I feel like that makes sense for fabrication room. Okay. Fabrication room done. Some work done tomorrow so I can get... I mean, that's fair. Kind of like most teachers. You know, lesson planning and stuff ahead of time. Sucks that y'all have to do that, though. It really sucks that you guys can't just, like, show up to work and, like, work and then go home and not work. Like, the absolute lack of break that teachers get is... I could never. I could never. Working out during the week, which is what makes me so busy. Yeah, like, it's so much constant prepping. And, like, you guys don't get paid for, like, that outside of work hours prepping. And I've always thought that's, like, such BS. Like, it's just, like, you're constantly doing stuff, I swear. Like, if you've ever wondered what teachers are doing, it's working. They're working, they're sleeping, they're wishing they weren't working. It's a vicious cycle. I'm good. I had a decently productive day, like, outside of working. I finally got my Christmas tree taken down, and I took out some trash, and kind of it. And then, like, I worked, and Bear kind of pissed me off a bit. The normals. And here we are. So, the usual. Teaching dance and not actual school is that my pay is very competitive. That's fair. Yeah, like, teachers at school, like, they have to be at the school for so long before their pay starts getting, like, decent. Like, my friend's been at her school for, like, oh, 11 or 12 years now. And, like, she just got to 6 figures. And that's doesn't include, like, that's her, like, base, like, her pay. And then she also does, and does not get paid for, all of the student council, like, supervision and, like, sponsorship and whatever that goes along with that. She does love, like, the ES learning, like, the emotional supportive learning. No reimbursement for everything that goes into her classroom, all of the prep that she does outside of school, any, like, student parent teacher meetings that she needs outside of her, like, normal hours. Like, none of that is considered, like, additionally compensated. That's part of her base pay. And I'm like, no. No. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, you make good money, but you also work, like, doctors type of hours. Like, it's absurd. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no. And I'm like, it's crazy. If I stayed in my career for 12 years, I too could make 6 figures, but work 9 to 5. Or at that point, probably be salary and work, like, 6, like, more like 8 to 5:30 kind of vibe. But still, my weekends would be my weekends. Like, just, it blows my mind. And, like, we just normalize it, and we expect so much of these teachers. And I'm like, we need to stop. Like, we need to stop. This song plays all the time at the restaurant, and I will not complain because I love this song. And the shit they have to deal with. Yeah. No, like, just this week, my friend has had 2 students suspended for getting into fights. 2 separate fights. They're twins. Like, 2 separate students, 2 separate fights. They just happen to be twins. And they also had 3 students transferred into their school this week for getting suspended or expelled from the nearby charter school for getting into fights. And I'm like, so just this. So I'm like, so what I'm hearing is there's now 5 problem children. And she was like, correct. And I was like, are any of them runners this year? Because last year she literally had a kid who was nonverbal and would just in the middle of class, if she turned her back, get up and run out of the building. Not just her classroom, out of the building, like, into the city. And, like, admin would, like, have to watch the door constantly for him. Because obviously you can't just, like, air tag a kid. So, and I'm like, she also last year had a student, was this last year? I think it was last year. A kid who would pee and shit himself, like, if he didn't like what was going on. He was also nonverbal. And, like, if she would ask him to do something and he didn't want to do it, he would just make direct eye contact with her and, like, shit his pants. 5th graders, by the way. These are, like, 10 and 11-year-olds. Or, like, he would just make, like, direct eye contact with her while he, like, pissed and it, like, went all over the floor. And then she would like have to get the students to move, like basically move to the other side of the room, like have the janitor come in and like clean up. Because like now it's a biohazard. Not to mention just like the constant like, I didn't do my homework. I like Miss G, Miss G, Miss G, Miss G, Miss G all day. They'll like, oh, I forgot, like I didn't charge my whatever they call their laptops. I didn't, like I brought my thing home, but then I didn't bring it back. Oh, I'm supposed to, like I need to pee. Can I go pee? But I want to pee. Or, oh, I'm on my phone. I'm not supposed to be on my phone. Or, oh, I got dropped off later. Oh, I don't know. I know you want to talk to my mom, but her primary language is Spanish and you don't speak Spanish. And like, I don't know how to translate for you guys because like I could, but like I'm not gonna because I'm 10 and I don't know how to be a translator. And like just all the like normal teacher shit. She also has like these students just in her classroom because there is no like specialty program for them. I'm like that really sucks. We didn't have donuts this week at the office, so I'm like that really sucks. My boss put our team into fight or flight this week because she put quick day 4 close update randomly on our schedule, and we were all like, what the fuck is this? And we all went to fight or flight. She was just giving us cake. So, but I was like, that really sucks. Last I checked, people don't punch each other at my job. At either of them. So I work with know that they have to act a certain way. There's a higher standard and a different level of respect. Yeah, no, especially public school kids, like, there's just, because that's also the thing with, like, being a dance teacher, is, like, they're paying to be there. There's a certain, like, this is a privilege that their parents have even told them, like, this is a privilege, like, if you want to do this, you want to be here, like, we're not sending you for free. This isn't a free thing. And, like, they tend to know that and have been told that and all that stuff. So that tends to be, like, in their brains. Unlike when you're just, like, sent to public school, which, first of all, like, kids never see education as a privilege, even though it is. And then public school is free, so, like, you get every mishmash of kids, like, in the area. And it's a mess. Like, it's an absolute mess. And I would lose it. Utilization of the car sales drives. Hi, Tina. Kids with special needs need a special classroom and teachers that shouldn't be forced on regular teachers, especially when I'm pretty sure you have to have special training. Yep, you do. However, a lot of the public school systems in our city can't afford that extra stuff, and there's a huge teacher shortage. So even if they could afford it, getting the teachers for it is not easy. The worst you usually have to deal with is just too much talking. God forbid a yapper yaps. I bet you if I went back in time and told, like, my elementary school teachers that, like, first off, I told them that I primarily work with math, they would all laugh and think I was a liar. But if I told them that I also worked in hospitality and, like, as a server, they'd be like, that tracks. I'd be like, shut the fuck up. They'd be like, so you literally talk to get paid. Like, and I'm like, yeah. Like, talking and connecting with people basically dictates your tips. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, that tracks. I'm like, shut up. Shut your faces. I've always been a yapper. I'll always be a yapper. I like to talk, and I'm not good at knowing when to stop. I rolls from the high schoolers because they're brats. They're just in that age bracket. It's unfortunate, but they are. And there's going to be a day where they look back and they're like, wow, I was a bitch. And like if you still have like are in contact with them at all when they realize that, they'll probably be like, I'm so sorry. And it's like, you're fine. We've all been there. We've all been in the eye rolling stage. I will say I've never been in the like I never fought with my mom. Like I have been through like the eye rolling stage. I never fought with my mom though. That is not a phase that I've ever understood. Like when people are like, "Oh, every girl goes through like fights with their mom as a teenager." I'm like, "No." I think I like maybe raised my like kind of semi yelled at my mom one time and I regretted it and felt really bad for like a week. Like I was never the kid who fought with their mother. I still have never fought with my mother. Like my mom's one of my best friends. Like I can't imagine like fighting with her. A very rich area too, so they're privileged and some of them show. I remember when I was a camp counselor for very privileged kids, and I'm like, they would talk about like how like, oh yeah, back on like winter break, we like were off at, like we're only supposed to get like a week off, but my family took me out for like 2 weeks because we went to the Alps and they didn't want to just go for like a week, and I was like, wow, crazy. Like yeah, because like that's where we ski. I'm like, wow, most people here just go to New Hampshire, but sure, sure. You guys went to the Alps. That's normal. But those are also the kids that I love to look at them and I'm like, just wait until you're old enough that you have to pay for your lifestyle. And then you realize how privileged you are. Because either I fell in that really like shitty kind of bracket. Either like you have always understood like working hard and like what a dollar's worth and like the cost of things and all that kind of stuff and have always understood struggle, or you've lived in privilege to the point that like your whole life people will be there to support you and like you don't really have to care what people like what things cost. I fell in that like kind of shitty middle class area where like I grew up very privileged and like my parents always took care of everything and like I never really had to work. I never had to learn or understand the worthiness of like of a dollar. I started working at like 16 or 17 because I wanted money to like go out with my friends. I could have asked my parents for it, but like I didn't. I started working. And then when I went out on my own, I really struggled because I had come to expect and really cherish a certain lifestyle and standard for myself that I could not afford on like for myself because I did not make the kind of money my parents made. And that is something that I had to come to terms with and like really develop like very much like culture shock kind of thing. Like I had to learn for myself like what things are worth, what's worth actually spending money on, what's not worth spending money on, things that are necessary, things that aren't, like how much you actually have to work to afford certain things, like all that stuff. And a lot of people kind of hear that and go like, oh, wow, I'm so sorry that you grew up so privileged. And I'm like, I am blessed to have grown up the way I did. I'm not saying I'm not. But it is definitely, there comes a culture shock with it when you leave. Or like when you go out on your own. Because I didn't grow up so rich that like when I went out on my own, like, oh, my parents are paying my rent and my car payment and my car insurance. Like, I'm just here living my life. Like, no, I went out on my own and that was it. Like, I grew up and it's all on me. Everything on my shoulders now. And no, I wasn't taught budgeting. I wasn't taught finance. I wasn't taught investing. I wasn't taught anything. So now it's suddenly like, I don't know what any of this is. And I had to learn. And I did, obviously. I'm here. I'm still alive. But I went through a lot of really rough times trying to figure it all out. Would not recommend. 12 out of 10 would not recommend trying to figure it out. But we made it. Unfortunately, I'm resilient, so Some pottery wheels. Maybe a fun light up here. But yeah, that was, I mean, at this point, that was like 6 years ago that I moved out on my own. But I had to learn how to like coupon and shop savings and like switch from name brand and like learn about what was actually necessity for me. And I was like, wow. It's like, huh. I remember I looked at my mom and I was like, really sucks when mom's not buying the groceries anymore. She was laughing at me and I was like, I was like, it was just such like a slap in the face. I was like, I always realized like I was privileged. It just slapped me in the face when everything fell into my shoulders. And she just looked at me and laughed. I was like, huh? I made it work though. I'm fine. I'm fine now. I mean, there are many times I wasn't fine, but I'm fine now. I mean, I never got sued or threatened with eviction like my neighbor, but... I haven't heard them move out. I'm assuming they will. Because the other option is the cops are gonna come and drag them out, I would assume. Like, what? Like, I don't know how eviction works. I've never had to face it. So, like, I'm definitely not the right person to ask. But, like, if they don't willingly leave, do the cops, like, show up with a U-Haul and take them? Like, what happens? Like, you know, like, what's the next step? Like, truly, like, what do they do? Like... surely, at some point, somebody takes you away. The TLDR is that my neighbors got evicted, but, like, I'm 90% sure they're still in there. And I'm like, what happens? Like, I'm guessing they were given a day to leave by kind of thing. But then what? What happens if they don't leave? I don't want to be involved in it. Like, I want to film it, but I also don't want to be involved, you know? I can be of both minds. If I would like there to be drama that I can film, but also don't involve me. So. And I think that's really mature of me to want to be of both minds. I grew up in a privileged household, but my parents never really showed it. Like, we just lived in an average Midwest home. We didn't really have super fancy things. We never really went on big vacations or anything. They invested a lot for my brother and his futures. But, like, I also danced my entire life, which is very expensive, and I know that I'm super... Yeah, exactly. Like, my undergrad was paid for. I got a car when I was 16 that was paid for. My mom and, like, we didn't go on a lot of vacations with my mom, but, like, almost every year we went out of the country, like, to Mexico or the Dominican with my dad. My dad was always hosting, like, big football parties and, like, Super Bowl parties and all this kind of stuff and, like, game nights and like, I don't know. It's like I never wondered if the house would be warm or if the water would be running or if I'd have shoes that fit or clothes that were new or if I'd be getting a new backpack and school supplies each school year, if there was food on the table. I never wondered or worried about that stuff. I've had pets my whole life who were all very loved and cared for. I've almost always been in, like, a home or very nice townhome. Like, it's never been anything crazy. Like, it's never been anything, like, huge or crazy. But, like, it was also never, like, multifamily or, like, small, to put it simply. Like, I always had my own room. Maybe my brother never shared. Like, just, like, all that kind of stuff. Like, it seems simple now looking at it, but, like looking back, but I'm like, no, like, all of those are privilege. like, that's all privilege. And I was very lucky to have had those things. And it's just, like, it's crazy to... And like I did dance and gymnastics. I went to be a volleyball player, and like I had tennis lessons, and you know, any sport I wanted to try, like my parents were willing to like put me in the class and like give me a chance at it. And like it was never like no, it was just like a we'll try to find you a class was more the answer. Like it was never no, you can't do that. It was just like we have to figure out like when and where we're going to find that. Like I was in camp every summer, whether it was like day camp or art camp or dance camp, or like I had a pony at like my 4th birthday. Like it's just like looking back, you're like, oh, it's just like that's kid stuff. Like every kid goes to camp. And then growing up, you realize like, no, every kid doesn't go to camp. Not every kid even gets like swimming lessons, which I find crazy. That should just, I think that should be like a baseline, like covered by insurance. Like swimming lessons should be covered by your insurance. Call me crazy, but like that is a life or death skill. So I think that should be covered by insurance, but that's a completely different topic. But I'm like, it's because also when you're a kid, one, you don't realize that these things are expensive or even cost money. And then 2, you're surrounded by other kids who are doing the same things. So it's like, you're like, this isn't crazy. There's all these other kids here. Everybody here is doing the same thing. So like, surely this isn't like a great, like this isn't abnormal. I'm surrounded by kids who are doing the same thing. And then you grow up and you're like we had a cleaner. Like I grew up having a cleaning lady in the house like once a week. I remember when I told my best friend that, she was like, that's a thing? I thought it was just like in TV shows. And I was like, yeah. I mean, she would come on like Saturdays and vacuum. And when she would vacuum, she would like hit my bedroom door and wake me up at fucking 8 a.m. with it. Like, she's like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah. And as a kid, my mom had to fire one of ours because she was taking my mom's pain medication. Like, it's a thing, like to have a regular cleaning service. And she was like, I thought that was like a thing from like rich people on TV. Yeah, movies and TV shows. Yeah, they do. Like you'll be watching like Nick shows or like Nickelodeon or like Disney or whatever, and you're like, oh, they all have like similar to what I have. Not realizing that like, oh, these kids are considered like privileged and in nice homes that other kids like dream to be in. Like you don't realize that that's what like they're the mindset they're creating with these spaces. Because you're like, oh, well, this is what I have. And then you look back and you're like, wow, huh. We can have Home Depot and Lowe's kissing. Heated rivals right there. But yeah, I was like, I remember when she was like, I thought those were made up. And I just like stared at her and I was like, what? She was like, no, like you're lying. Like you didn't have cleaners. I was like, yes, I did. And she'd wake me up with her vacuum on Saturdays. Like what? I was like, my mom fired our cleaner Maria when I was like 7. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. But she was like, no, you're so making this up. And I was like, I'm really not. Like, you can go message my mom right now. Like, and she'd be like, oh yeah, no, Maria got fired. Like, but she was like having a really hard time like coming to terms with this. She was like, what do you mean that's real? And I was like, yeah, dude, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, people really have cleaners. It was just like really funny, like just looking at her have this whole like process going on in her head of like, what? Like, what? I was like, I don't know how to tell, like, typically you're in a school neighborhood, the majority of the kids are living the same way as you do. So I went to a charter school, so it wasn't like neighborhood based. You had to be in a certain like mileage. I think it was like within 20 miles, 15 or 20 miles of the school. And like, to be fair, it was the town I grew up in is one of like the top 10 safest towns in the country. Not even just like Massachusetts, in the country. And that's the city that the school was in. So you can imagine that all of the towns around it as well were incredibly like well off and nice as well. But it like the town, like I went to a charter school, so it was a little bit less town based and more just general location based. But And now I work in that town. Crazy. Crazy how things work. Same way, and didn't realize it wasn't typical until much older. Yeah. Because then I also went to a private high school, and then I went to, like, I mean, a quote-unquote private college, aka it wasn't a state school. That was, like, I was considered, like, poor in my college, which was wild. Everyone was walking around, like, vineyard vines, and, like, they were the kind of, let's just say, the kind of people that went to my school, the girls are mostly nurses who peaked in high school, and the men you wouldn't trust with your drinks. That was my college culture. And then there's Caitlin. I found her, so that's nice. Very much, especially since my teenage sim is evil and wants to be a criminal mastermind. And her biggest fear is being rejected, disappointing her family, and being a letdown. I hurt her more than I thought. Oh no. She's like, I want to be a criminal mastermind. She has, like, the two wolves inside her. One wants to be a criminal mastermind. The other one is so empathetic to the point that she has let herself down. And they're just looking at each other like, so, how are we doing this? Mood, girl. Mood. What sim is me? Sawdust on the floor. This is a very messy building, I'm realizing. I've put, like, paint and sawdust in every room. It's fine. Cool. The Legacy Challenge is the only way I can play Sims 4. Compared to The Sims 2 and 3. Yeah, I'm much more of a builder than a gameplay person. I've written challenges, but definitely don't play it as much as I used to. I do more just building now. I finished the Not So Berry. I've done 100 Baby. I've done my fair share of things, but nice. Okay. I don't think there's literally anything else I could put in here. The coffee pot, maybe. No, I can't. Okay. Well, I thought I could. I guess not. A lot more than I play. I get really bored because yeah. I also just get bored because it feels very repetitive after a bit. I feel like chaos doesn't tend to happen in my game, especially if it's not modded. So I feel like it's just a lot of, like, go to work, grind through skills, maybe get married. And I hate the babies in this game. So I tend to not, if I have kids, I have, like, one. And I'm just like, cool. Do it all again for another challenge. It's an eco-friendly rec center. So I made it 2 stories. And then we have the bees and the bugs, chickens, all sorts of gardening, recycling, solar panels, water collection, the weather machine. We have some game boards, a painting room, a fabrication room, a juicing room, pottery, woodworking, and then this will be candle making. So it's just kind of like a crafty maker eco space. Obviously, we have a dumpster because it's Caitlin. Selling table. Just a quick little rec center. One of my favorite things to build. But yeah, I looked at this weird bunny shape and I was like, I don't know what to do with this. Because it looks like the freezer bunny. Kiddo says it's a dog. It's not. This is a freezer. This is the freezer bunny. She definitely didn't mean to build the freezer bunny, but it's the freezer bunny. Like, his little ears, eyes, some hands, some feet, a tail. Kiddo, that's the freezer bunny. She says it's a dog. I'm wondering if it's a dog. What are these nubbies? Like, if it's a dog, then we have ears, eyes, feet, tail. Dogs don't have arms. Like this. So, like, I know you're 9, but you do have a dog. And you know Elo doesn't sit like this. So, what are the nubs? I could argue one is a nose, but I'm pretty sure these are the eyes. And the nose doesn't go like this when your eyes are full. I don't know. It's abstract art from a 9-year-old. That's what this show is. It's the abstract thinkings of a 9-year-old. Okay, let's put down a rug. I like doing... It does when you're 9, yeah, exactly. I'm like, it's like the ramblings of a crazy artist. No, it's just a 9-year-old. I like doing gameplay, but when it's modded. Yeah, that's fair. I think I much... It either has to have, like, a storyline and, like, a goal. Like, if I'm doing, like, all of University, I can... Like, I did that unmodded, and that was fine. Or it has to be modded. Like, I can't just, like, do a family gameplay and, like, just, like, sit here with an unmodded game. Like, I'll lose my mind. And I think that's very, very fair of me. It's also very funny because I have been playing The Sims 4 since it came out. And the base game now is so much better than it was. And I'm still looking at it like, ugh. And I played it back then without mods. Because I was on just like a MacBook Air. There weren't even toddlers back then. You were born and then you were a child. There weren't ghosts. There weren't pools. There were no toddlers. It was crazy. Like, I played before Cats and Dogs came out. Like, it's crazy. Here we are. This little guy. Maybe some plants. I feel like I don't have enough plants yet for it to be like eco-y. One there. Herbs. This shell, but I think I'm a little intimidating. Haven't started yet, but I don't know if I will. I feel like this one's less intimidating than dragons, if I'm honest. Dragons is gigantic. And dragons is less intimidating than Matthews. So, on the scale of them all, the least intimidating is mine, then Caitlin's, then dragons, then Matthews. So, I would say that's the scale of the 4 that I've been looking at. Mine's also just really small, though. The vet clinic and gave up. Yeah, Ojane gave up and switched to mine. I didn't do peach yet, did I? Did the peach split, but I don't think I did actual peach. I did purple, green, blue. Cool. Really sure what you put in this soy plants. Yeah, because, like, this is Matthews. I don't know why, but it's looking like a cruise ship to me. Like, he has the audacity to have an angled wall, a curved wall, 3 stories, and whatever this is. Like, I... need soy blocks and plants. Go on the ground. Go somewhere. Thank you. Because, yeah, Matthews is... I don't know, like, what he has against his community, but... Okay, can the whole plant move? Like, what is... Matthews, but not Caitlyn's? That's crazy. Caitlyn's is far more approachable than Matthews. Matthews is crazy. He's banana pants creating that. Oh, you couldn't talk. That happened earlier to Pixels. Oh, it's a soy plant. You need soy wax to make candles in this game. And when you take things off the gallery, it's because people have typically put them in rooms. So you usually have to take them out of their rooms and then delete the room. So... because I don't use debug. I use the gallery. This debug intimidates me. It's too busy. Most debug items people have put on the gallery. So you can usually pop on there and get almost anything that exists in the game. But yeah, this is a soy plant. Shows basically a couple starter home. They're just making really good money. But yeah, so I just pop things off the gallery. Because debug is scary. And I don't like it. It makes me nervous. Can't have. but item to get it. No, you can get, as long as it's on the gallery, you can get it. You don't have to own the packs for it. Like for example, what's up? Like if I looked up, like I don't have the. These are all a bunch of, like I don't have the Adventure Awaits kit. Oh no, this is growing together. Hold on. What else? There's all the growing together ones. That's the Void Critter one. What is this? Where the hell did you put a slide in there? Oh my god, that's like the outdoor slide that they used in this bedroom. That's so cute. But yeah, like I don't have the Adventure Awaits pack right now, but like if I had space, like I could put this down. It's just, it moves everything that's in my remove everything that I have put down right now, but usually you can get most of this stuff. Yeah. So like people like grow plants, they'll make things in game, and then they'll do it with food too. Most collectibles you can get in the game, and then like you can get like the sugar skulls, you can get all the gems, all the crystals, all the elements, the bugs, like all that kind of stuff, all the mounted fish. You just gotta look for it. But it's almost always there. It's very useful when you're doing like a themed build. Like if you're doing like a witchy build, you can find all the crystals, you can find all the like broomsticks, you can find potion bottles, things like that, which is super fun. I definitely use it for themed builds a lot. Yeah, like I'm not actually gonna go into game right now and make candles. I'm not gonna grab a sim and figure that all out. That's a waste of my time. I can just do this. Should I play tonight? What are you feeling? Are you streaming, or do you just want a game? What could you game? Did you want like game with friends, or are you just gaming? If you're just gaming, I would say Animal Crossing, but I feel like you don't really have a lot to do in that right now. Because didn't you like just recently get? Were you able to get someone to move out? But also, if you don't feel like villager hunting, then like don't do that. Animal Crossing or my new game? What's the new game? Is the new game the one you wanted to play the other day and then you didn't? The like the one on Switch. Is it a Story of Seasons? Yeah, that one. Because like if you get someone to leave, you could villager hunt. That's super chill. Or you could just spend 3 hours running around whacking people with your net. It doesn't actually do anything, but it's a good stress reliever. There's a specific rug I want, and I forget what I almost said foreskin. What the front... I think it's this one. It is. I want the egg rug. The default swatch. Wow. Why my brain thought that was foreskin, I don't know. But I got there in the end. That's what matters, right? I've heard people really like. I haven't seen the new the Grand Bazaar one, but I know people really like the Story of Seasons like franchise. Wow, I can't speak. I words English. I promise it's my first language. It's really my only language. The other two are pretty pathetically low on the scale of what I can say, so like do I technically know stuff in two other languages? Yes. Can I really say much? No. This room just feels so bland, but I'm like, I don't really know what else to put in it. Like, what do you put in a candle room? I don't like anticipating my face in the neighborhood. Like, I guess it could just be like a chill room like this. It just feels so bland compared to the other ones. Like I said, like, what do you even put in a candle room? $10 right out on your contrarian shit. Maybe like plants. I don't know. When in doubt, plants, right? When in doubt, put a plant. Or a 3. When in doubt, plants. I think that's cute. It took me like exactly 3 hours. I always love hearing how long it takes people to do things when it comes to building. Because I don't comprehend how fast of a builder I am until people tell me how long it took them to do something, and I'm like, oh. My hangnails are so bad lately. Like, my fingers look disgusting. Anyway, that was very off topic. But, like, I could put, like, light switches. I'm like, what could I even do to, like, make this take longer? Put in light switches. That's a silly thing I could add. I think that's just a goofy little feature I could have. Put some like exit signs. Just like a bunch of the little detail stuff. Something wicked this way comes. Hi, Sarah. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a lovely Friday. Baby, that all ends tonight. Did I put one in the bathroom down here? Oh no, the Sims down here don't know how to get out. Ugh. What else could I put? That is man. Let's see here. Sarah, you almost have 69 pop fives. You're getting close. I feel like I've put so many fun things, like fun little details. Like we have security cameras, we have exit signs. Can't think of what else goes in like community spaces. These chickens. I can keep this. Oh, I can over here. Oh my god, I'm so glad you're back. I would have been so sad if you like left for real. Imagine if Ashley left us for real. I would have cried. Imagine never seeing Ashley again. I'd throw up. I'd rather throw up. Do I like this one? Yeah, it has a shark on it. So yeah, I like this one. My life would be so sad if that happened. I mean, your life wouldn't exist anymore if Ashley left you forever. Because you are Ashley. And if you left you forever, well, you know. Some gnomes to watch over the garden. I think that's a very important feature to have. Like, I really don't know what else to add to this build. I feel like I got it all. Other than painting the ceilings, but I don't do that. I don't paint ceilings. I'll put two chanky little chairs up here with the weather machine. Because it's funny. We have Sound like a pizza box. Probably should have specified. What the fuck? Like I just wanted. Just why is it floating? Actually, what I would like is just liquor of any sort. I'd like it to look like two crazy people are sitting up here. Delete. Okay. What the hell is this item? How do you spell satellite? Saddle. That's not. I want the alien thing from this one. Got this. This chair is so 2014. Like, what are you talking? Like, why is this here? I mean, it's here because it was put in the game in 2014, but like, dang. Where's the alien thing? I'm gonna have to look that up too. At least I know how to spell satellite night. Know how to spell satellite now, so that's something. This place. Okay. Yeah, just for like the crazies who want to call aliens and change the weather. It's fine. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about the people who adventure up to the roof. Cute! I think I did it. Took me 3 hours. Did it. Caitlin's done. Now just all the other ones on my list. Oh, what is her hashtags for this? Caitlin Jolene Sim. KJS Kiddo Show. KJS Kiddo Show. Okay. Oh, I don't know what I'm naming it. Of course, it's 6 figures. Personal stinks. Eco Craft Center, I guess. Sure. KJS Kiddo Show. Caitlin Jolene Sim. Sure. Yay! Now I just have dragons to do. Not tonight, but in my brain I know what dragons will be. We can go look at. It's not incomplete. All it wants is a... Oh, because it wants me to also make it all those other things. I'm not going to. I'm not going to make it all the things. Dragons I put in... See, on my shoe now. And it looks like this. We'll be doing this next week. Probably on Thursday. Because I will not be streaming next weekend, so... But this is dragons. I'm gonna be making it into a nightclub. And we're going to be using this fencing. Actually, it'll be turned into something like this. And then this will be, because I'm going to be making this into a club. And so this part will be like an outdoor bar space. Let me do my thing. Now, why does it do that? I really said I wasn't going to do this right now, but now this part's annoying me. I guess I could do it like that. But this will turn into like greenery and overhang. And this will be an outdoor bar and dance space. It'll be like seating and a bar. And then we'll have the whole inside be like, well, the karaoke area, like a large restroom, like food spaces, and like it'll be a whole nightclub scene with neon lights and all sorts of Art Deco stuff. But that is for next week. That will be like a next, like Thursday problem. Because unfortunately I don't get to stream next weekend. I will be working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because Valentine's Day. So, yeah. It should be fun though. Working Valentine's Day is usually fun. Hi, Quifa. I have no idea who's on right now. We're gonna wait for our ads to wrap up anyway. Does anyone have any fun plans this weekend? I know it's the Super Bowl. It's the Super Bowl and the Olympics. I don't know if sports matters to anybody, but those are both going on. I might turn on the Super Bowl just to watch Bad Bunny and give him support because he deserves it. He's been going through a lot. But otherwise, I'm like, just working. And I don't really do sports. I don't really do the sports thing. Oh, we have a few options here. Oh, we have a few options. Okay. We'll do a poll. You guys get to pick which game we're going to, but I'm not telling you who we're rating. Oh my god, she's naked. Alright, there is a poll for what game you guys want to go see. There's 3 options. I'm not going to tell you who the raid options are, like people-wise. But those are the game options for where we can head over to. I got sucked into Fortnite. I need to reopen Fortnite. It's been a hot minute. I should get back into that. Yeah, the poll run for like 2 minutes. Did you get any crowns? Did you do good? Did you do good things? Trouble's the only reason I'm here, I think. Has she become less of a bitch? Like, I love her music, but her as a person, like, gives me the ick, I'll be honest. I think she was probably fine at the Grammys. I didn't hear anything other than people being confused by her outfit. And I think the people that were confused just didn't understand that she had an entire mesh bodysuit underneath it. Because people were like, oh my god, she was full nips out. I'm like, was she? She wasn't. She, in fact, had a full mesh bodysuit underneath, so... I actually really liked her Grammy look. Oh yeah, she has like a lot of people have like an ick about her. And just like the way that she like speaks to the public and like press. She's very like cold in the way that she addresses people. She doesn't have like the best I mean, she doesn't have like, it's just the way she approaches her boundaries and like the way she speaks to people. Like people don't get, like, she doesn't leave a great taste in people's mouths. Like, it's not necessarily like people don't like her, it's just like she doesn't leave like a good taste in people's mouth with how she like expresses her boundaries, essentially. Because like you can have boundaries, but you can also like politely have boundaries, you know. But also she rose to fame really quickly, and I don't think she had any sort of like PR training or like a lot of like support around her necessarily as it all happened. And I think it's hard when that just kind of slaps you in the face. Because it does take actual like therapy, emotional regulation, PR training, all that to face the constant ridicule, online stuff, and everything that they face. And hers just kind of got thrown at her. So, vocal about being like, hey, I don't want to be approached in public. I mean, yeah, like I said, you can, like, I respect having boundaries. I just think that she can be a little bit more polite in the way she expresses wanting it. Okay, it looks like Sims is winning. You have a few options for Sims. Let's see. I don't want anyone doing like everyone playing Sims is doing early access stuff, so I feel like I have to go see early access stuff, unfortunately. So let's see. We'll glue on. We have Gons. And we have Rachel. Maybe let's see Rachel. I haven't rated her in like forever. Let's go say hi, hello, Rachel. All right. These are our raid messages. The one with the kitty cats is for our subbies. The one with the hand tarts is for everybody else. So pick whichever one applies to you. If I can't even highlight my own message. Struggling over here. I can't even highlight my own message. It's happening. It's happening. Oh, I don't want to pin it. I just want to highlight it. Let me highlight the cats. Okay, I can highlight the one that Ashley pasted, so I'm just gonna take Ashley's. Love you too, Ashley. I'm sure I'll see you in your stream. I'm sure it won't be long until I see you. But we are going to go over to Hi Hello Rachel. She is doing some early access deep diving into the new pack. She does this with all the new packs. She goes over like every single item in Swatch and like new features. So that's super fun. Right now she's going over the new stair feature, which I'm actually curious to see because I don't understand how it works. I haven't really messed around with it. She's currently doing like some curves on curved walls. Very fun. So we'll dive in and see that. If we're lucky, there may be a cat cam moment. But I will be back on Tuesday with the Chaos Crew. I'm going to try and get my month in a glance posted tonight. I was hoping I'd have another week scheduled before that. Like another week at the restaurant. For some reason it hasn't been posted. But we're going to go say hi to Hi Hello Rachel. See what she's up to. Get all of her opinions on the new pack. And then yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday. We are planned to have a special guest on Tuesday with Chaos Crew. So hopefully that goes through. But I love you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Make sure you hydrate, you eat, you get rest, you take care of yourself, take a little break, screen breaks, all that stuff. Do whatever it is that makes you the best version of you. Show yourself some love because I love you. And I will see you all next week. Okay? Bye!